Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tony the Tagger Sun Bowl Report. I'm Abel Rodriguez here on the Dialogue Internet Radio Network, along with Eddie Morelos, the Media Relations Director for the Sun Carnival and the Sun Bowl, Tony the Tagger Sun Bowl, as he joins us on this week 7. Man, we couldn't hit anything last week, but that's all right. We're into week 7. How you doing today, Eddie?
I'm doing okay, both just another day in paradise here at the Symbol Association. We had an event last night, so just getting ready for the next thing now. We had the Peter Piper Pizza punt, pass, and kick last night.
How'd that go?
Pretty darn good. I over 100 kids easy. I don't know the exact number, but tons of kids were out there. It was a free event for the kids. Of course, punt the ball, pass the ball, kick the ball, and the winners in each age group, they get, a prize at the end of it. So they get to, if you win, you get to ride in the Kashin Bayas and Inderman Injury Lawyers Sun Bowl Parade on Thanksgiving morning. And then you also get tickets to the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl game on December the 31st. So there was various winners, and I don't have the names in front of me right now, but congratulations to all the winners. A really nice night out there at Sun Bowl Stadium. Beautiful night, actually.
Any monster standouts that we should pay attention to and get them
And there
get
was
them a
in the
deal?
older group, in the 14, 15 group, there was a couple of kids who were really launching the ball, and their punts were spectacular. So yeah, it was again. I don't know any names, but
That's cool.
yeah, it
That's
was
cool.
really
And
neat.
there's always that one where you go, "Who is that, and where did he come from?"
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and I was busy doing my job, but the little bit that I did see, like I said, in those older ones, they really got it out there. And congratulations to all the winners. Thank you to Peter Piper Pizza. Peter Piper Pizza is the sponsor. They were out there last night. They took the mascot out there, Rocky, and really the kids loved it. The kids were just loved being on the field. They competed, and then on the other half of the field, they're out there just running around, playing football, having a good time with each other. So, really awesome night there at Sun Bowl Stadium.
Well, it's always good to know that local businesses such as Peter Piper Pizza understand the importance of being involved in for obviously the Tony the Tiger the Sun Bowl, but obviously involved with their customers, the kids, and I'm sure everybody ate pizza and had a good time.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was a wonderful time. The Sun Court was out there. Volunteers, board members of the Sun Bowl Association were out there volunteering. We had new volunteers show up. It was really cool. Able to really, as I look back and think about it, it's really cool. It really showcases what we're about here at the Sun Bowl, about just coming together as a community. You know what I mean, and hanging out as a community. The parents that were in the stands, they were just relaxing, watching their kids, and it was a really, really enjoyable time, Abel. It really was. And Peter Piper Pizza, yeah, shout out to them.
And it was probably a nice night weather-wise. It's been really nice at night now, finally, that we got out of not being at 80 degrees at 8 o'clock at night.
It
So
was
I'm sure.
beautiful. I'm
Well, that's
telling you,
good, man.
it
That's
was
good.
beautiful. I even when I got home, I was telling a friend of mine, how just beautiful it was outside all night long.
That's good, man. Well, week 7, and boy, week 6, man. Wow, what a week for college football, including
Oh,
some local ties, man. Local guy does good in Vanderbilt, and 2 years ago he was here at New Mexico State and making waves in national news and SEC player of the week. Oh my God.
yeah, that's pretty neat for him. SEC. They got that. Alabama went down and changed things up in the playoff picture, and that really helped out. Oregon, the Ducks moved all the way up to third in the AP rankings. So things are moving. Of course, Alabama dropped all the way down to 7. Miami jumped up to 6. They were 8 last week, and now they're number 6 in the nation. While Clemson out of the ACC is now back in the top 10. So the Fighting Irish and Notre Dame are tied for 11th with Iowa State, and the Utes of Utah are currently number 16, while Pittsburgh out of the ACC is 22, and SMU now in the ACC is number 25.
Just a question. I don't know. I'm probably not educated.
I can't hear you, Abel. You seem to have clicked your mute button. No, I still can't hear you, Abel. There's a little thing on your. There you go. No, I've lost you, Abel. I'm sorry.
Important to not turn this off.
There you are.
You hear me now?
Back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, man, having to do some engineering today. How about that?
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so I just wanted to ask a question. Is it possible that Vanderbilt could come here, or am I just dreaming, or they're not anywhere near?
No, we're still associated with the same conferences that we've been associated with in the ACC and the Pac-12 and the schools that left the Pac-12.
Okay,
so
just asking.
no chance for Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's in the SEC, and we don't have we're not tied to Vanderbilt through a contract. So our
cool.
contract.
I had to ask it, but I'm sure there's some people out there that know of the quarterback, and it would be cool if he came back. But anyway, that's just me dreaming.
Yeah, so no, we're still associated with the ACC and the Pac-12, and we're still under contract with them for this year and next year. And when I say Pac-12, I mean the two schools that are currently signed up, and the 10 schools that left the Pac-12.
They're still in the running.
We're still going to be tied to them for this year and next year. So make sure we get that out there. And we'll see who it's going to be. But yeah, college football is underway. Like I said, we had our punt, pass, and kick yesterday. Now we get ready for everything else that's coming up. And college football is full swing ahead. There was a Conference USA game last night. Liberty took on, I want to say, FIU, and Liberty won in overtime. Then there's a Conference USA game, I think, tonight. I want to say.
Yes, there is. New Mexico State, I believe, is playing.
Yeah, New Mexico State plays tonight. I think they're taking on Jackson or Jacksonville State.
Well, they go by Jax, JAX.
Jax, yeah, that's it. So they got them, and then the Miners, I think, play tomorrow night on Thursday night.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
So there's a lot of Conference USA midweek football going on, and it's fun. It's fun times. You know what I mean? There's football almost every day until the end of the year. So
it's amazing about that, by the way. And also, I mean, hockey's already gotten started. NBA basketball's already in preseason. It's just that wonderful time of the year. And of course, let's not forget about the World Series, man. That's even getting interesting. So it's a good time to be a sports fan.
Yeah, the cool thing about baseball, for us El Pasoans is I at least for me, I got to see a lot of the players that play for the Padres, you know what I mean, come through El Paso.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Because the El Paso Chihuahuas are tied to the Padres. So there's a lot of players that are playing.
There's no love lost there between LA and San Diego, is there?
No, it's a lot of fun. It's a really fun ribery to watch.
Fans are getting involved.
Yeah, so it's really neat stuff.
Good, man. So it's a good time to be around. But so before we get into the teams and what you're looking at, what's the next event coming up for the Sun Carnival as far as events?
So our next event will be we have our Sun Bowl art exhibit, the awards and opening show, which will be on November the 7th at the International Museum of Art over on Montana. Check out our Facebook page. Check out our Facebook page. We have a lot of really good information about it. Go to Facebook, of course, and just type in Sun Bowl Association. And it's a really neat art exhibit. That'll be on November the 7th. And then after that is our Thanksgiving Day Parade, the 88th annual Glasheen Buyers and Injury Lawyers Sun Bowl Parade on Thanksgiving morning, November the 28th. We're already almost full. The lineup's already almost full for the parade. So Now they're just really focusing on building those large floats. So if you want to volunteer and be on the float building, it's a really fun thing to do. So yeah, check it out. You could volunteer. Just click on our Stumble website and click the volunteer link, or give us a call 915-533-4416, and we'll help you get signed up. And yeah, it's a really fun thing to volunteer for. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny how it grows and grows each year. As far as the quality of the float build outs and things like that. And some of them some of them have been taking some nice risks and looking good. I mean, some of those floats last year, I was like, whoa, there you go.
Oh yeah, they put a lot of time, work, and effort into these floats. I mean, they think about them, and they're very detailed. And again, they're very comparable to the ones you see on at the Rose Bowl. You know what I mean? They're very detailed. I think they're super neat. This parade is just so much better than what people really would think, and it's just a really great event. If you've never been to it, I really encourage everybody to try it out at least one time. It's one of my favorite things. It's not one of my new favorite traditions of the holiday of Thanksgiving, is to be
What's
out there on the
interesting
parade
is,
route.
what's interesting is it's an excuse for about 300,000 people to show up on Montana Street.
And they do. Every
Yeah,
year,
they
it doesn't
do. I mean,
matter. Snow, rain,
they're
sun.
there.
They're there, and they're there camping the night before, and it's a wonderful event every year. I mean, just can't say enough about it. Gonna honor heroes, and remember the heroes of all kinds. It doesn't matter if they're a janitorial person, custodian, or a soldier, if a police officer or a teacher. Whoever you see as a hero, let's go ahead and honor them. So that's the theme for the year, and we'll be announcing a grand marshal really soon, and I think everybody's gonna enjoy who we're gonna announce as the grand marshal.
So what comes after the Sun Bowl? I mean, after the Lachine Bias and Inderman.
After the parade,
Yeah.
we'll have we'll get ready for our football game by learning who is coming to the game on Selection Sunday. That'll be on December the 8th. That'll be over at Sundin Park again, the racetrack and casino. That's a super fun event as well. Just the anticipation of who's going to come play in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, finding out with everyone else, and making the announcement and having a good time over at Sundin Park racetrack is it's an awesome event.
And it's open to the public.
Free and open. Yeah, free and open
Yeah.
to the public. Get there plenty of time. We typically have little hors d'oeuvres and stuff like that, and so that everybody can enjoy a little bit of some food. And there's the bars there. You can get your own adult beverages if you'd like, and of course the racetrack and casino are there as well. And again, it's open to the public, so come and join us December the 8th. Find out who's going to play in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. CBS Sports this week said it could be Boston College against Arizona State. Bleacher Report said it could be Duke versus Arizona. 24/7 Sports is saying Georgia Tech versus Colorado. And one of the ESPN writers is saying it could be Georgia Tech versus USC. So who knows? There's a lot of football still to be played.
What an interesting pick if Colorado could get in here. It looks like they've picked up the pace this year, and I mean, let's face it, their quarterback. If he's not the number one pick for the NFL, then I'm not a very good judge of quarterbacks.
Well, Abel, right now they're sitting at 4 wins. I've seen them in the past where they sat at 5 wins and couldn't get win number 6.
Right.
My hope. I was looking at their schedule. That's so funny you bring it up. I was looking at the schedule last night, and there's a really good chance they could get 2 more wins. They need to get 2 more wins. It's going to be really tough for them, very, very tough for them. But there's a really good chance that they could get those 2 wins. I hope they do. I would like to see them around here in El Paso. It'd be cool to get Coach Prime here in El Paso, Texas. I like that thought. Some people don't. There's controversial thoughts on him, but me personally, I've heard a lot of good things about him from someone who's worked very closely with him. And I would love to have him here and chat with him a little bit and see what kind of what he would have to say.
It would sure attract more media to town, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Always those kinds of things always do, but Colorado against SMU, that's another possibility. Who knows? Who
man,
knows?
SMU's also kind of picked up the pace this year, huh?
Yeah, yeah, and they're new to the ACC, and I think that's going to work out for both of them for the conference itself and all the partners of that conference and SMU because they are a competitive program.
Yes,
Especially
yes,
in
they
football,
are.
they're very competitive, and
Yes, they are.
so they bring something to the table, and that's what these conferences are hoping for with all the realignment stuff. Is that these teams that they're bringing in bring something to the table, and
Right.
SMU, it looks like they're bringing something to the table. So good for them, man. Good for them.
So right after the selection party and we find out who's coming, then we go celebrate with a basketball tournament, right?
Yeah, after the selection party, yeah, we got the basketball tournament, which also includes the basketball skills camp, and so that'll be on the 20th and 21st, and again, it'll be Yale, Akron. Uh, I just lost my train of thought. Of course, UTEP, and I just blanked on the third one.
We'll find it
So
somewhere.
It'll be Jackson State Tigers, the Jackson
Jackson
State
State. There
Tigers.
you go.
Yeah, so
It's gonna be a good tournament this year.
yeah, it'll be a fun time. It always is. I really enjoy that event. It's getting to enjoy college basketball right in front of us for 2 days is always a lot of fun. So come out. Tickets go on sale actually yesterday. They went on sale yesterday, so you can buy your tickets by give us a call 915-533-4416.
And just letting everybody know that this year marks the first year he was a red shirt last year of they call him Bubba, 7 foot guy from Senegal.
Oh wow.
And I've seen him practice and stuff. I followed the practice over at Juarez, and man, they had a pretty good crowd to go see the Miners just practice in Juarez. So there's going to be a good following, and that tournament is going to be key to the direction of the team heading into conference. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, this should be a lot of fun. It always is. I really enjoyed the atmosphere there in the Don Haskins Center, the legendary Don Haskins Center, and I really hope people can come out and show support to this tournament, to all the out of town teams, to the local team, and just make it a really fun event. You know what I mean? I always tell people, yeah, come out. It's a lot more fun when the fans are there, and it goes for all the sporting events. It's so much more fun when the fans are present. And so I tell people all the time, come out and support. Just come out and enjoy the basketball games, the football game, the parade, all these things. It's so much more fun when people are there.
And the attendance actually for the tournament has gone up over the years a little bit, but it has increased steadily, and it's just a wonderful thing. Barry does a great job on trying to bring the best teams under the situation that he's in as a tournament, and he does a great job.
Oh yeah, no, he works his tail off. You know what I mean? There's nobody works as hard as him for that basketball tournament. He really goes out, promotes it, talks to all these coaches, has all these contacts, and really works his tail off to get teams here, and really tries to continue to improve it year after year. So shout out to Barry Krober for sure.
Well, tickets are on sale for the basketball, and of course, Tony the Tagger Sun Bowl. They're on sale now. You can always go to sunbowl.org and check all that out, and also understand that just as important as buying a ticket is a parking space. Correct?
That is correct. You want to make sure to get your parking. Those things are selling. I mean, fast. If you don't buy it now, you're gonna miss out. If you're gonna have to park kind of away. But there's shuttles and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. But buy your parking if you want to get close, especially if you want to get the parking garage. That's one of the best spots to park because it's just literally a walk across a little bridge there, and you're in the stadium. So get your parking now. I would advise it like now.
Well, it's week 7, and let's hope it's as hot and as good as last week. But we'll see what's going on as we go ahead and head into the Chick-Fil-A Tony the Tagger Sun Bowl Selectum contest.
Yeah, man. Last week, the winner got 8 out of 10 correct. Actually, one of my interns, Gabrielle Lopez, she was the actual winner, but she can't win because she's a part of the staff here. So David Sinclair was the winner, but they both got 8 out of 10 correct. Last week, it was a tough one. Like you said, last week, a lot of people talked about that, about how tough it was. I think I only got 4 last week, Abel.
I
And
even saw Kaplowitz's name on top of the list.
yeah, he did pretty darn well. He's him and Bernie and Adrian Broadus, they all play together every week on Tuesdays. And so if you want to get a little insight about how the experts are picking, you can listen in on Tuesdays to Steve and Bernie on the radio show, and they pick all the games one by one, just like you and I do. And so they have a little contest going amongst themselves as well. So,
well, here we go, baby.
yeah, we'll see how we do this week, Abel. Let's see here what the first game on the slate will be. Gonna get back to that. Will be number 16 Utah taking on Arizona State over in Tempe on Friday. I got number 6 Utah bouncing back and beating up on the Sun Devils.
I'm afraid of the Arizona teams. They're unpredictable, man. I mean, they kind of like lose the first 3 games, and then all of a sudden, they turn into super Arizona State. But you know what? I was surprised Utah lost last week. They shouldn't have, and I'm going with you with number 16 Utah.
And then we got number 10 Clemson on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. going over to Wake Forest. So that should be an interesting one. I got number 10 Clemson beating Wake Forest. That should be an interesting one. And I say it's interesting because of what's going on with the weather situations over there on that side of the country.
Oh, that's right, huh? I'm glad you said that, because they might be having the swimming bowls in a lot of these games.
Yeah, I mean, they're poor people are struggling over there on that side of the country. You know what I mean? Yet college football continues.
15-foot surges, man. Holy cow.
Yep, and college football continues. So I got Clemson beating Wake Forest there at Wake Forest.
Okay, I'm with you on that one.
Then we got North Carolina, again, another one that should be interesting. North Carolina hosting Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's been on a roll. I'm picking Georgia Tech to win.
I think North Carolina has to win at home, and that's going to be my high-risk, high-reward game. I'm picking North Carolina.
There you go. We got Washington traveling to Iowa. It's actually a Big Ten matchup. Washington, they look good. They got a big win last week over Michigan. I think they continue to roll and beat Iowa on the road.
I will agree with you, even though Iowa's not doing too bad right now either.
Stanford is struggling as they head over to Notre Dame. Number 11 Notre Dame, they'll host the Cardinal. Notre Dame will beat up on the Cardinal this week on the afternoon of Saturday.
You know what I like about what happened to Notre Dame early in the season is it knocked them further back in the rankings. And actually, I think you're better off being further out and slowly coming forward. A lot of people when they lost that game to I forget who it was, at home, a lot of people said it's over, and it's not. They're slowly climbing in the polls, and they should take care of Stanford. I picked Notre Dame.
Then we got California taking on number 22 Pittsburgh, so they got to go cross country again to take on Pittsburgh. I think that they're going to lose against Pitt.
I'm with you on that one. Number 22 Pittsburgh should take that one easily.
Number 4 Penn State, a Big Ten matchup against USC. They got to travel cross country. It's interesting, all these teams that they got to travel cross country now. Penn State will take on the Trojans of USC. I think Penn State will be too much for the Trojans.
I am going to do another high-risk, high-reward pick here. I'm going to take USC at home over number 4 Penn State.
Wow. Interesting.
I want tickets. You got to make picks like this and get to the
That's it, man. Yeah, no. And then we got this is a toss-up game.
Oh, man.
And this is the points game as well. Number 2 Ohio State and number 3 Oregon. I just Ohio State, Oregon seems to always falter in these big games, and I think they're going to do so again.
So you're going to pick Ohio?
Ohio State, yes.
Wow. You know what? I think Oregon at home after everything that's been going on with them. Even though Ohio State's going to be this is a bowl game right here. But I'm going to go ahead and pick Oregon over Ohio State.
Yeah, definitely like a playoff game, right? Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
NC State hosts Syracuse. NC State, the Wolfpack will beat Syracuse on Saturday night at 6:30 p.m.
What is Syracuse right now on their record?
Syracuse's record is currently 4-1 overall, 1-1 in conference.
I'm going to go on the limb again, and I'm going to pick Syracuse over North Carolina State.
They beat UNLV 44-41 last week. Syracuse.
Yeah, did. I know they did.
Yeah. So, number 18, Kansas State will go to Colorado again. See, this is what we were talking about, right? Colorado's got a tough schedule to end the year, and this starts right here. They got to take on number 18, Kansas State. The Buffaloes will not beat Kansas State, unfortunately.
And I will tell you that I believe in the Buffalo. And that's another game I'm going to go on the limb on and go ahead and pick Colorado at home over number 18, Kansas State.
Tiebreaker game, like I said, was number 2, Ohio State against number 3, Oregon. I got 45 points in that game.
You're going 45? That's it?
That's it.
Man, I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I'm gonna go with 70 points.
There you go, Abel. It's that simple. Every week it can be done. Congratulations to all the former winners. We've already gone through 6. Number 7 will be coming up soon. I hope everybody plays and enjoys the game. Free, easy, just that simple. Just pick the games. You can follow along with us and take our advice or don't take our advice,
Want to remind everybody there's 83 days, 51 minutes, and 16 seconds left to the Tony the Tagger Sun Bowl. Don't forget, you can get your tickets online or you can go over to the Sun Bowl office. Where are you guys located?
4150 Pinnacle Street, 4150 Pinnacle Street, Suite 100. Once you enter the building, you'll see our big sign. And our ticket manager, David, is up front waiting for everybody to come on in and get your tickets. I'll say this, tickets are freaking selling. It's so interesting. And get your tickets, because if you're going to wait till Selection Sunday and find out that we're going to get a Clemson versus Notre Dame, you waited too long.
No, you're absolutely right, man, because what happens is that following Monday, right after the Selection Sunday, the tickets will be flying out that building.
Every year. Happens every year.
Listen, we've been talking with Eddie Morelos, the the media relations director for the Sun Carnival and also the Tony the Tagger Sun Bowl. And this has been the Tony the Tagger Sun Bowl report, week 7. Hope you make some good picks and get a chance to win some tickets to the Tony the Tagger Sun Bowl. And there's still some weeks left that you can still win. But we always appreciate the fact that you bring us up to date with all the 411 on everything that's going on, Eddie.
Yeah, and just stay up to date on all our social sites, especially like Instagram, because I got a good group of interns, and they are working really hard to keep the fans and followers entertained and informed with some nice videos that we're putting out there. So check out our Instagram at Tony the Tagger Sun Bowl.
You can also see all the social media connections at the end of this podcast, because I put them up for the Tony the Tagger Sun Bowl. So if you need to see that, you can always refer to that when I finish editing. So anyway, it's been a wonderful conversation with you, Eddie. Hope everything's good. Hope you enjoy your weekend. Watch a lot of football, and we will see you next week for the Tony the Tagger Sun Bowl report.
Thank you, Abel.